Hi, my name is Matt. Welcome to another episode of SimW Property Live. And the main reason why we have this in the first place is so that you can have a virtual tour into some SimW Properties townships from the comfort and safety of your own house. And this episode is going to be really, really interesting because we're going to discover Taman Melawati and its signature product, which is Serini. We're going to fill you in a little bit more about what it's about. What is this area, what does it offer in case you've never been around this area. I think this area is pretty popular on its own. And we're also going to talk about maximizing your rental yields. This is on a lot of people's minds. Of course, in the previous episodes, we've not touched on this at all, so I'm really excited. Sean is back here with us again. He's, of course, going to tell us a little bit more about how to maximize your rental yield towards the end. We've also got Emma, who is the sales exec for Taman Melawati. She's going to showcase a little bit more about Serini and the area later on in a short while. And I've also got Elin, who is a SimW representative, who's going to be sitting down here with us, and she'll be able to answer some of the questions that you might have. We want to thank our sponsors real quick. They are the reasons why we're sitting on this comfy little set. Harvey Norman especially, thank you so much for these amazing sofas. It's made from something called Italian fabric. It's really hard to tell you how it feels like. It's really comfortable, it's affordable, and it's most importantly, it's easy to keep clean. Okay, so make sure that you check out some of go to Harvey Norman, the nearest one near you, and you can go check out some of these sofas. Now, very quickly, we've got a couple of giveaways. The first giveaway right now are 10 Starbucks vouchers worth 50 ringgit each. Very easy. All you need to do is just like and share this post. Make sure that you put your post on public. Now, 10 viewers will be randomly selected to win yourself Starbucks vouchers worth 50 ringgit each. That's a lot of coffee. Yep. Just like and share this live video on your Facebook account. Okay, leave a comment down below. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know that you've already done it. The visibility, again, set it public. And winners will be tagged down in the comment section below in the next 5 minutes. So hurry up. Easiest prize to win, okay? 50 ringgit. Now, very quickly, Taman Melawati. Okay, this is actually, just to recap a little bit, this is actually SimW's Properties' fourth live episode, right? In the previous episode, in the first one, we were talking about the city of Elmina, right? New township. And then on the second episode, we're talking about Bandar Bukit Raja, which is a much more mature township. What was the difference? What can you expect? In the third episode with Nadia and Dato' Joey Yap, we focus a lot on resort-style living in Kuala Lumpur's most prestigious address, KLGCC Resort, and we got some feng shui tips as well, which is very, very useful. And today, it's all about Taman Melawati, okay, and its signature product Serini, and how you can maximize rental yield, which is on everyone's minds. I'm sure we've got a lot of questions in the last couple of episodes on that as well. Sean, maybe you can tell us a little bit more. What will we be talking about later when it comes to maximizing your rental yield, in case people don't really understand what that means?
Because when you buy properties, right? So before that, right? Hi guys, my name is Sean. I'm assuming people know me, Iche. So I have a YouTube channel and it's called iherng, iherng. Go check it out. Back to the question, right? It's actually, when you buy property, there's basically two intentions. One is to stay for yourself, and one is for investment. And investment, there's only two ways to make money. It's via capital appreciation, where your property, you buy low, sell high kind of thing.
That's a long-term plan, right?
Correct. And the second one is actually rental returns. So a lot of people don't know how, because there's no proper channel to learn this kind of thing. So today we'll be touching a little bit on it.
There's actually quite a lot to it. It's not as simple as just buying it, and then renting out for hire. There are actually strategies to help you get more for what you have. Okay, we're going to go into that in just a short while, and I'm sure you have a lot of questions, and this is your chance to actually ask those questions, right? Make sure you leave it down in the chat below. It's going to be a huge focus on maximizing rental yield towards the end of the segment. We're going to pick about 3 or 4 questions to answer, as many as we can.
Yep.
And for those that we can't, don't worry about it. Our offline team, we're going to make sure that we try our very best to answer everyone's questions, right? So quick facts about Taman Melawati, in case you don't know about this area. 40 years ago, in the mid-70s, I remember my dad telling me about this. This place used to be like a rubber plantation in Ulu Klang, right? And it was known as Hawthornton Estate, okay? And it was developed into Taman Melawati, which is the place that we all know today, okay? It's about 15-ish minutes from the Golden Triangle in KL, which is very surprising because people come here and they're like, oh, it's so peaceful, so quiet. How can it be so near to Kuala Lumpur? But that's thanks to all the connectivity that we enjoy right here in Taman Melawati. And one of my favorite bits about Taman Melawati actually has got to be, and this is how I know about Taman Melawati, right? Not from my dad or my mom, but from the fact that, you know, there's all hiking areas around this area. There's all about like Bukit Tabo. Oh my God, like I love that place. It's near the Quartz Ridge, Bukit Tabo, which is if I'm not mistaken, a proposed UNESCO heritage site. It's the world's largest quartz dike that spans about 14-ish kilometers. It's about 200 meters wide. It's a fantastic place. I mean, great hiking spot. If you don't believe me, check out this video. So that's pretty cool. It absolutely dominates the skyline, especially when you're driving through, when you're going, you know, northwards. You can spot it from a mile away, right? It's beautiful. Now, before we continue on, here is giveaway number 2, and I hope you've been paying attention to the video. You know, for 5 more Harvey Norman vouchers worth 100 ringgit each to give out right now. All you need to do is just name one fact about Taman Melawati. You can even Google it as well. Okay, and if you get that right, we're going to give you the voucher. Easy. Okay, 5 minutes to do that. Quickly do it. Okay, it's a easy giveaway. Now, we've got Eileen here with me. Eileen is, of course, Science Derby's representative. She can tell us a little bit more about this area. Now, Eileen, they call Taman Melawati the, and I don't know if this is correct, but you know, I was told by my parents, they call it the Hollywood of Malaysia. Why is that?
Well, I'm going to share with you guys a secret here that actually most Melawatians don't want you to know. Taman Melawati is actually a very popular choice among our local celebrities and also politicians. And that's why it got the name Hollywood of Malaysia lah. So, I mean, when you stroll down, you know, when you're shopping and all, you don't know who you're going to bump into. And that's really interesting because that has really set the local culture, the story, and the setting of this affluent, self-sufficient neighborhood. Yeah, so that's why it's called Hollywood of Malaysia.
Wow, that's great. That I didn't know. Sean, you
I didn't stay there, so well, today a lot of self-posting. Sorry.
Okay, but quick reminder, I'm going to take this opportunity again. Once more, just to let you know, we are taking questions down below in the comment section. So if you have any questions about maximizing rental yield, which is one of our main topics later on, please leave it in the comment section below. Happy to answer them, okay? We've got Sean here with us, we've got Eileen as well, and I'm very sure we can field a couple of questions. Now, Eileen, back to you. You know, can you share us a little bit more about Taman Melawati as an area? Because, okay, I like the area because it's really peaceful, but what else is so special about the location?
So, Taman Melawati actually has a town centre, so we call it the Melawati Town Centre. And Standard Properties signature development Serini is actually located in the town centre.
Right in the centre?
Yeah, right in the town centre, Melawati Town Centre, right? And what's so cool about it is that the Melawati Mall is only 3 minutes walking distance from Serini, right? So you can pretty much like do your groceries in an hour's time. You don't have to worry, right? Like hop out, go to Lish Grocer, and then like go back in. We're also very close to Zunagara, only 5 minutes drive away. Then you get to go to Zunagara to visit our cute like pandas and animals.
Super convenient.
Yeah. And then we're also, like you mentioned earlier, just 15 minutes drive to the heart of KL, which is KLCC. So it's actually really strategic in terms of location. Apart from that, there are also a couple of major highways, such as the Acklay, the Duke, and the MRR2. And we've also got 2 LRT stations here, mainly the Gombak and also Taman Melati LRT station.
Well, and then we were just talking in previous episodes about the importance of connectivity and how important it is. And that's actually the main reason why you can live in a relatively far away spot from Kuala Lumpur and yet, you know, be 15 minutes away from your workplace in KL. So that's really, really good. But Sean, you've actually been around Taman Melawati area. You're quite familiar with this place. What do you like most about this area? I mean, as somebody who's been to many, many areas, you know?
So this one brings a lot of memories because I used to study at Tar College. So we used to come here and hang out.
Right.
Because got a lot of pretty students here, like the MIA, right? Yeah, so we come here and hang out. So that's jokes aside. So, but this address, right, if you can see, in terms of a macro scale, you got a lot of big mansions that you don't see. And because in within the hillside, so I've been into another project around. When you fly the drone, wow, no joke, it's like big mansions and stuff like that. So love-hate relationship between MRR2. I think MRR2 is constantly under construction. That's why forever jam. But if you look at it, right, another 5 to 7 years when all the highways that mentioned is completed, then it will be another hidden gem, really.
Yeah. But it's not only that. I mean, I drive around this area as well. There's a lot of different amenities, and there's a lot of conveniences, walking distance, and some of them are it's just a short drive away. So it really reminds me of a lot of the other matured areas as well in PJ and stuff where everything's very close by, and you don't feel like the need to get out of the space. So speaking of amenities around the area, we've got Emma with us who will be taking us through some of these amenities. Have a look at this video.
Hey, I thought you want to bring me to the mall one?
Yes, Sean, but before this, I just want to show you around this matured Melawati township. So, as you can see here, this is banks, CIMB banks. The bakery, we have pharmacy, F&B outlets, dental clinics. We also have a hair salon.
I think I need one. After MCO, right, especially.
We should go. Ace Hardware.
Like you gon' go, they are all guys go one, right?
And we also have TNB for you to pay your bills, Sean.
Okay, but can we go to the mall now?
Okay, Sean, I'll bring you now. Let's go. Okay, Sean, now we are at Melawati Mall, our famous neighborhood mall. So here you can get all your basic stuff, basic need like fashion, food, entertainment, groceries, saloon, everything is under one roof. And beside that, all our neighborhood shop lot just now that I bring you around, is walking distance from the Serene, which is very convenient for you.
Yeah, so I think the best part about this Serene, right, it's a matured location where you get nature like Bukit Tabo at your foreground.
Yes.
Then you have at the background, you have the Melawati Mall where all the convenience is there, and you can see like the number of people walking around, right, is crazy.
Yes.
It's really showing some signs of recovering that I'm very happy about. So, okay, I guess that's all. I'm going to go grab something to eat.
Let's go eat.
Okay, see you guys on the
Bye.
sales gallery.
So there you have it. Those are some of the amenities that you can find around the area, and I hope you've been paying attention because here comes giveaway number 3. 5 more Starbucks vouchers worth 50 ringgit each to be given out, and all you need to do is just answer this easy question. Can you name us 3 retail amenities found around Taman Melawati? I've mentioned a few, Elin has mentioned a few, and the video has mentioned a lot. So please answer it below. We're going to pick the winners within the next 5 minutes, okay? Easy peasy. Now, hey, Elin, just want to ask a couple of questions that came to mind when I was watching the video early on. I've heard from a lot of friends who live in Taman Melawati as well, and you were mentioning it as well, that everything's within walking distance, right? But when you mean walking distance, you mean like, is it like 100 meters, 200 meters, is it like 2 kilometers? Like, what are we talking about? I don't think people understand what it means when you say it's walking distance.
So like you see in the video and I mentioned earlier, Taman Melawati Mall is literally like 3 minutes walking distance, and like the neighborhood shops probably another 5 minutes. So it's actually really, really close by, and really I think if you're living here, your lifestyle is kind of really catered for. Whatever you need, right? From the videos up just now, you see like, whether it's hardware, whether it's you need to cut your hair, or you need to buy anything, pay your bills, pretty much everything's there. So you don't have to worry about, oh, I'm staying here, but I need to go really far away to pay my amenities. I have to go very far away to actually do my daily needs and necessities, right? So I think that's really one of the key highlights of actually staying in a very matured township and neighborhood, yeah.
Which boils back down to the conversation that you and I had, Sean, the other day about having a mature township versus something that's about to be constructed, right? So you're paying, quote unquote, a little bit of a premium for something that's already there. The minute you move in, everything's ready for you. So that's a good point about it.
And this one is a bit different because it's a pure residential. It means that there's no shops inside and you don't have outsiders coming into your development itself. So it's very clearly barricaded. But then as you go and do all your necessary stuff already, come back home and purely residential. So you still get to enjoy that privacy being in the action. So that's something.
And I know a lot of you think that there's not much difference to that, right? Like, oh, what if it's mixed or that? But there actually is a difference because the minute you go in, the landscaping changes.
Yep.
You don't see piles of sand lining up, outside your residential area. So it makes a big difference to the overall look and feel, and ultimately your rental, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to go dive a little bit more into that. Let's talk a bit about Serene Melawati. Okay, so Serene Melawati, Elin, for those of us who don't really know what it is, in a nutshell, what is Serene?
Yeah, I think building on to Sean's point that he touched a bit earlier, right? Serene Melawati is Sime Darby Properties' signature freehold high-rise premium development in this area, and it's also we've got 4 different types of sizes, starting from type A, which is 633 square feet, and we're looking at 1+1, all the way up to our type D, which is our largest unit, approximately 1,500 square feet.
Oh,
we're talking about 4+1. So essentially caters to all kind of lifestyle needs that you have, right? And I think when we're talking about Serene Melawati, it's really the most ideal place to live in Taman Melawati, because it's not just at the heart of the Melawati town centre, but also the fact that you're actually living a very urban, contemporary lifestyle because you're just so close to action. But at the same time, you actually have the green hills, the lush surroundings that's just all around, Taman Melawati, right? So imagine like coming back from a very stressful day at work and just being able to just really relax in your space, right? Your enclave, right? And like I've mentioned earlier, this is a matured township, so what does that mean, right? You don't have to worry about like new developments popping up and blocking your view, right? From Serene Melawati, you actually have an unobstructed view of Bukit Tabor. I think that's one of the key highlights and selling point, being able to wake up and see green, right? That's just so rare in developments nowadays, and you don't have to worry about, oh, what's the next high rise coming up, to block my view.
Which reminds me of a lot of cases where people buy $1 million home, but it's not in a very nice area, for example.
Can I say over here?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Wait. So one thing about about Serene I really like is the lobby itself, and I think we actually have a video on that. Check out this lobby, guys. So you gotta admit that's really, really beautiful. It's really on par with some of the hotel lobbies I've actually been to. What's up with the lobbying?
Well, the whole idea behind Serene Melawati is actually to leave an impression, right? Because this place is known as Hollywood of Malaysia, right? So you always have to live up to that impression, and that's why the interior design, the feel, the space, the lobby is just one that is to match the name of a really high premium class, kind of lobby area in terms of the design and also the finishing. Yeah.
And I believe that the lobby is not the only thing that's really glitz and glammy about the place. Tell us a little bit more about the facilities. I've heard a lot about the recreational facilities in Serene. So if I were to buy a unit there, what can I expect?
So for Serene, we actually have half an acre located for recreation and facilities. The whole idea behind the facilities stack is actually to carry through the theme of the green hills of Melawati. So it follows through a very natural, relaxing, landscaping-wise, very lush and very green. The whole perspective is we want to have facilities that actually enable you, empower you, and facilitate the very relaxing and laid-back lifestyle, right? So that whether you're with your friends or whether you just want a space to do your daily activities and recreations, you can do that. For me, there are top 3 highlights of the facility deck. One is definitely the unobstructed view of Bukit Tabor from the Olympic length infinity pool. And also when you're actually doing your gym workouts, you're doing your hits as well, you can see actually really nice view of the hill. The second one is actually the little pockets of reading areas that's located in Serene, right? It's an outdoor space, and because the landscaping is extremely green, you can actually take a book, you know, go out there in the morning and just have outdoor reading, right? Or even like have your coffee, you know, or when you have like friends, for example,
Sorry,
Sean
I
wants
don't
to
read it.
speak business, you know, can like, you know, chill there together, you know, while taking in fresh air, right? And the last one is really because it's located at a certain height, so it's actually really breezy and really cooling. So you can actually feel the wind, natural wind and natural air when you walk about, and at the same time, because it's very green and because we're surrounded by hills, there's actually a lot of birds around, right? So you can actually hear birds chirping as well.
I think those are things that you don't really think about until you've lived in an area for a while. Then you start to appreciate all these things like the breeze and the birds chirping and all the good stuff. But in case you were not aware of, you know, in case we might have missed out some of the facilities, have a look at this quick video to show off some of the facilities that it's found in Serene.
So where we are now?
Okay, now Sean, we are at the facilities floor.
Okay.
So the whole facilities is shared by the 2 towers. Over here we have the best swimming pool, which is infinity pool, half Olympic size. And the best part, what is, Sean? What do you think? The best part?
The view, lor.
Yes.
You keep telling the view.
Magnificent view.
Right. Wow, so
Yes. As you can see, this view is the best view ever. While you swim, you can have this view.
and I like how you can hear the birds, right? And you can see the breeze. As we mentioned just now, because here is almost everything locked in, it's fully developed, so you won't get any new towers in front of you. And that's Melawati Mall already.
Yes, correct. That's Melawati Mall, only a few steps away. It's very near. And also, as you can see on the right side, we have the gym. So this gym, while you're doing your exercise, you can have also the same view. It's very nice. And down there, if you want to have a picnic with your family or friends, you can have it over there. It's very chilling, and over here, it's always windy. And this part, if you have like kids, this part is the best because they have the slide and the wedding pool. It's very nice, cozy, and relaxing.
Wow, the kids will go crazy for this.
The kids gonna love it here.
So you have your Kembojas, your pandan
You have all the
leaves.
best landscape. It's very greenery. It's nice with a magnificent view and a few steps away with the city.
Okay.
But you don't feel like you are in the city actually with this surrounding.
Okay.
Okay, let me bring you to the playground.
Okay. So you can immediately feel, right, like it's so windy, then got landscape.
It's very windy. And over here you have a function place if you want to have like a house welcoming.
Oh.
Yes, with the lights. It's very nice.
And it's so nicely done, right? You can just see all the landscape here. It's so chill. Really, really. That's what you say is true. It's like close to the city, but you don't feel like it.
And this is a reflexology stone.
Oh, sorry, you can't walk.
Yeah, you can walk with a barefoot.
And this is done. This is like ready for you to stay, right?
Yes.
So you can really come and check it out first before deciding whether you want to buy it.
And over here is our playground. The kids gonna love it so much.
Yeah.
With a nice view and it's open space. Over there we have an eye of the moon.
Oh. Wow, the kids is just gonna love it, right?
Yes. Wanna try, Sean?
Hey, not bad, eh? So, yeah lah, like kids, right, is gonna go insane here.
Yeah,
And it's
you don't have to
open.
worry.
Nice, huh? And I like how close it is, right? In the same frame, you have Melawati Mall,
Yes.
and in the same frame, you have mountains.
Yes, you have everything.
Nice,
The
huh?
city and the nature.
So there you go. Those are some of the facilities you can expect. And Serene is really, really impressive. Hope you'll be paying attention because here comes giveaway number 4. 5 more Harvey Norman vouchers worth 100 ringgit each, and all you need to do is just share with us what do you like most about Serene's facilities and why. This is a giveaway, super easy. A quick reminder as well, we're still taking questions for any one of you who maybe you've got a piece of property and you want to rent it out and you want to maximize your rental. You actually can. You don't really have to, you can beat the market and try to rent it out for much higher than you expect you would. So any questions on that, leave it down below in the comment section. We'll try to answer it later on the segment with Sean and also Eileen as well. Sean, just curious to hear your point of view on the facilities deck that we saw earlier on. You personally visited many pieces of properties, very different, freehold, whatever. What are your thoughts on the facilities?
Okay, so basically every service apartment, they have a criteria to fulfill, where there's a checklist where, okay, swimming pool check, gym check, reading room check, kindergarten check, right? But how you place it, it's a very different thing. So like in the city centers, when you look at swimming pools, are always in the center, where you have different blocks facing it, because there's nothing to see.
Oh, okay.
Outside there's nothing to see, so I might as well design. So the premium will be facing swimming pool view. Familiar, right?
Yes,
Swimming pool view is a premium. but then in places like Serene, where you have very low rise, right, you really got unobstructed view. There's no future developments already, and Bukit Tabo is the backdrop in every situation. No matter where you go, to the child's area, to the wading pool, to the swimming pool, it's really an art, like if you look at it from an architecture point of view. And if you really go down deeper, you walk the path, right, everything it's at ceiling height of the common makan area, right? The ceiling height is very low, everything is very low, it's very humble, because it need not to be very exciting. You don't want to take away whatever that's provided in the surrounding. Again, if you go back to only city design, it needs to be, you need to create the amazing space. And
simply because you don't have the natural surroundings, right?
Yeah, so this one, like the architect for this property, then becomes an easier job because you have to create things just to be amazing.
But at the same time, it's very challenging because, like you said, it still has to be able to have the right orientation, so you don't get too much sun, but you still need to be able to face the view, and you can have your own units blocking the view. It really is a little bit of an art. Right. Okay. So very cool. So speaking of layouts and architecture and stuff, in terms of the layout in Serene, how is it different from the other properties out there?
Yeah, maybe I'll just recap a bit about Serene as a product. So it's actually Sunrise Properties' signature latest freehold, high-rise, fully residential development in the heart of Melawati Town Centre. We've got 4 different types of layouts, starting from our Type A, which is 633 square feet, 1 plus 1, all the way up to Type D, which is approximately 1,500 square feet. We're talking about 4 plus 1 in terms of the size, right? And the layout for Serene is designed such that it's very flexible, open plan concept living. So really being able to be catered to the different needs of different kind of customer segment groups, right? Or whether you're going through different stages of your life, the space allows you to be able to configure and change it, right? And I think that's the beauty of having a more open plan concept living and layout, right? And at the same time, the space is designed such that it's very comfortable, it's very stylish, and also very value for money. So that's in terms of Serene as a nutshell, in terms of how the space has been designed and looked into.
Which is very interesting because a lot of times, I've been asked, 600 square feet, is it big enough? And I really think it depends. Because I've been to houses where it's much smaller, but it still feels roomier because of the architecture and because of the layout and of course how they furnish it up. We're going to talk about that in a short while. If you're wondering how does the inside of Serene look like into one of the units, we actually have a short showcase with Emma again. Check out this video. You're going to be very, very impressed.
Hi Sean, welcome to Serene in Melawati.
Wow. Okay. Hi.
How are you, Sean?
Hi, pula. Okay. Very good.
Okay, so right now we are at the lobby. So this Serene we have 2 towers, and each towers have their own lobby. So what do you think about the lobby?
It's very rare you get lobbies like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially at the price range of this, right? Wow, you got landscape some more, you got sofa to chill around some more.
Yes.
You got artwork some more.
Correct.
Wow.
Not just that, we have double ceiling high and also the landscape around you. So I don't think your visitor will mind waiting for you, Sean.
Cool.
Right.
Because I always
Okay.
late, right? Very good.
Okay, so let's go to the unit. I will bring you around.
Okay. So, how many lift here?
We have 4 lifts and we have 38 floors in total.
Wow.
Yes.
So first of all, I think the wave finding is very cool, and
Right.
the treatment for the like these fancy lights, right?
I know.
And where's the thing? Oh, because I came here before, I show you guys, right? Like the diagrams for the fire fighting. Last time, very technical drawings, so you see them very artistic, wow. Then you can look at the lights, the ID.
One more thing, when I press this, you're gonna find the lights. Okay?
Whoa!
Yes. So let's go to the unit.
Okay, let's go.
Hi Sean, welcome in.
Wow! Whew!
Very nice, right?
Wow, the first thing. Wow, so that is Bukit, what
Bukit Tabo.
That's Bukit Tabo. So
Yeah.
they call it the Ridge lah.
Yes, it consists of 14 kilometers long.
Wow.
It's very nice. And I just want to let you know, Sean, we are at the Type A in Sereni, which is 633 square feet. We have everything around you. You have the living room, the dining place here, and then you have a nice kitchen over here.
How uncle of me, why I open this one? Oh, so this one is? Oh, so what's this?
This is a pocket sliding door.
So
This is a unique feature in the Type A. Means that you can close this door because this is a +1 room. So actually this unit is a 1+1. So the
Okay.
+1 you can fit your single bed.
So I can actually close this door as well.
Yes, you can close and open and also lock it.
Nice.
Alright? And it's a 360. You can walk everywhere in your house. So this part you have a built-in wardrobe, washing machine dryer. It's nice. It's fit all your clothes, I think.
Hey, my uncle habit come back already. Okay, so this is a toilet.
Yes. So this is a toilet. It's very nice, minimalist, but it's full with what you need.
So what I see here, it's exactly what's. Oh, so this is the exact unit, right?
Yes, this is what you see is what you get. Interesting, right, Sean?
Cool.
Yes. So it's
Yep.
not just that. So this is our the one room.
Correct.
Okay.
The master bedroom lah.
Yes, the master bedroom. So it comes with this kind of design. It's very nice, and you have the best view. So when you wake up, you can have this view. I don't think you can find it anywhere.
So I think something the audience needs to know, right? I think it's where it's so matured, and like this is for sure, you know. It's not like some developments, right? You still have empty plots of land where there can be a new building. This one, it's ta-da! It's confirmed you're going to get this view already. And just now you mentioned also what you see is what you get is
Yes.
exactly whatever in the unit right now is what I get.
Yes, whatever and everything.
So it means like the sofa,
Of course.
the coffee table,
Yes.
TV,
Yes.
rack,
Yes.
furnitures,
Yes.
fridge,
Yes.
aircon,
Yes.
bed,
Everything.
all.
Everything. Even the washing machine dryer, the built-in wardrobe, the bed, the mattress, the pillow, everything. And the best thing is this TV is smart TV by Sony. So you can Netflix and chill. You want to try how cozy it is?
So all these are included in the housing loan.
Yes. So basically it's the best for you.
So it's an option, right? I get to choose whether I want or I don't want, right?
Yes, it depends on the booking. Okay? But you can choose to have all this, or you can opt for just the kitchen part.
So I can do my thing also.
Yes, if you have your own design, you can opt for all this.
Very cool. Wow, so it's very convenient. So when I just come in, right?
Yes.
I don't want to go through all the frustrations, like what color is this lah, what sofa I need to get lah.
You can just bring in your luggage, you have everything. Because it's good also for the investor. Usually investor don't want to hassle about thinking how to furnish their house, arranging. So if they buy this unit, they can just bring in their luggage and you can start to live. It's so convenient and nice. Plus the best view ever that you're never gonna get.
Yeah lah, so what that reach, I think the audience need to see this. Wow.
Nice, right?
Oh, see, I think generally you're paying for this to me lah. And also to bring out, I saw this lah. So this is
Yes, this is a pocket sliding door. You can slide it all the way and close it.
That's why I wonder like, why suddenly so bright, right? It's because
Yes.
the master bedroom and the living is in one space.
And the best thing, while you're lying down, you can watch your TV. Right? If you have visitor, you can just pull it over.
Cool. Cool.
All right, so there you have it. That was a quick look. I believe that was a Type A in Serene. A quick recap, we've already looked into the area. We've seen Serene, what it has to offer, the beautiful lobby, the facilities. Now, let's talk something a little bit more general, okay? Let's talk about maximizing your rental yield. So now that you've purchased, no matter where you are in this journey, maximizing rental yield is something really important that everyone should know, but not many people know about because so few resources are out there. So we've collected some of the questions. We're going to ask them towards the end. Sean, of course, is here with us to help us navigate through this whole entire segment. Sean, as an investor, you're always thinking of maximizing your rental yield. Some people don't even know they can do that.
Yep.
They think, okay, whatever rental that's set by the market, that's it. So, as an investor, how should I go about it? What's my strategy to increase my rental yield?
Okay, this is a very common question that we always get in the makeover, guys, because we always do rental for people. The first thing is that the first mistake is people think that their monthly installment would be the rental amount. Not necessarily the case, because like
the rental amount is always lower.
no lah. So the rental is the actual reflection of the demand for space in that particular area.
Okay.
So before you invest, right? So getting that right property in the first place is half of the equation. So you need to get a property where there's a lot of job opportunities, where there's a lot of reason for people to rent. That's why rental goes up. So it has nothing to do whether is it luxurious or not. It's really based on the need of space in that particular area.
Is there an easy way to tell that? What's the job demand around the area?
So you follow like matured areas. You have a lot of offices. So in comparison to a building located in the center of a housing area, it's not going to be as high in comparison to a building or residential located within towers of offices. Because when you are based in an area for a temporary period of time, that's where you need to rent. So if people can afford, as a Malaysia culture thing, right? If we can afford, we buy. So why we want to rent in the first place? So job opportunities indirectly translates into rental demand. So that's part of the equation. Once you get your keys, it's a whole different thing. So what to do with your unit? So imagine, let's say in Serene, how many units?
528 units.
Okay, 520. Okay, assuming because 200 let's say 200 units all together want to rent out. Why must people rent your unit first?
Okay.
So just take one step back. Who is going to rent your unit is very important. A lot of people don't think about who.
Your demographics.
Correct. Like there's uni students from TAR College, Utah, MIA, right? Then you have officers like government officers around. You have the Penilaian Jabatan Tanah or something there, right? Surveyor office there. Then you also have people who works in the mall. So you have even children where the parents own a house in the Hollywood of Malaysia. I need you to be close to me. Then they put them there, right? So like, cool fact is that the makeover guys, we just furnish a unit and we furnish it 2 weeks. We rent it out already.
Oh, really? Okay, okay.
So the main difference is when you have a bare unit, no one's going to rent. But the quickest solution to things is often the time is, I don't want to spend any more money already. I get the units, I spend enough already. Bro, I don't want already. So I leave it empty. But what people don't see is opportunity cost and time cost. When every month installment continues bleed whether you like it or not. Right? So then a lot of people do the very bare minimal, where they put in their old house punya furniture.
It's very obvious, right? When they do that, it's very obvious.
So in the makeover guys, we try to change the concept and we give templatized design. So when you want to maximize rental yield, it's where you want to use the minimal cost to get the maximum rental.
Okay.
So like in a normal circumstance where you get a unit, there's only 3 ways actually. You DIY. Now there's a trend, you Taobao your own house, you Lazada your own house. Provided you have time and you know what you're doing in terms of design. If not, you're going to get very a rojak house like mine. Then the other one is actually you engage contractors. So the problem with contractors is that you need to tell them exactly what they do. So they are very brilliant executors, just that they don't know what design match with what. So you need to, okay, this one 6 feet, this one 4 feet, cannot 走水 one, cannot jalan one. Okay. Then you need to constantly supervise, and in condos nowadays, right, the problem is weekends you cannot work.
That's right, yeah.
But that's the only time I got time to spare.
Yeah.
So for time poor people, very hard. So another option is to engage professional ID designers. If budget permits, of course, right? But in an investment point of view, it doesn't make sense, right? You want me to spend 100,000, 200,000, so my unit can rent out. My own house also don't have this kind of money.
What's your ROI like, right?
Yeah.
You have to rent it out for like 2 years before you can make your ID ROI back.
2 years cannot. 2 years
Not even enough.
2 years is our benchmark in the makeover guys, meaning like a normal rental is like 2,000 for example. After there's a category of bare furnished, semi-furnished, fully furnished. But what we are providing is actually designer furnished.
Okay.
So when you go in, right, like what we believe is we make emotional decision, justify it rationally later.
Right.
So when you open the door, right, so I don't need to bring anything in really. So even the fork, the spoon, the bowl, the towel don't have the rest, right, all provided already.
From a renter's point of view as well, it's a lot more convenient, right?
Correct.
You move in, it's ready to go, ready to run. I don't have to make I don't have to go to all these shops and buy myself a coffee table.
Yeah.
It's already there.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
So
what you're saying is that versus compared to renting out a bare unit, okay, as a renter, renting out a bare unit versus renting out a unit that's furnished, fully furnished, you're saying that it being fully furnished is better ROI all around.
Yes.
Right, because you rent it for a higher rate.
Yes.
Above the market rate, quote unquote.
Yep.
So it's always, is it always safe to say it's better to furnish it and rent it out higher?
Yes.
Always, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because if you reverse calculate, right, that rental actually equals to your future capital appreciation.
Okay.
Every 100,000 loan you take, you need to pay extra 400 to the bank.
Yes.
So if you reverse calculate that, 400 increase in your rental return equals to 100,000 increase in your capital appreciation. In the long run, it's going to be very beneficial. But a lot of people, what they don't understand is, I do so much for extra 400,000 only.
Yeah, I think what majority of people do, including myself, is if I want to rent out my unit and I think, okay, I've got to spend 100,000 to this, and then I divide it by how much more I'm renting out, and I don't see the other aspects of it. I just see, which means ROI is going to take like more than 2 years. Why? Why should I? Right.
And the main challenge that most of our clients, right, is that we don't do renovation every now and then. Like maybe once in a lifetime you do 2 or 3 times, right? You already are very fortunate. It means you got 2 or 3 properties.
Yeah.
What if you don't have a property and this is your first one, right? Then okay I set 30,000 and then you think that 30,000 is a lot. Without knowing that kitchen cabinet alone is already 18,000.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
So what people do is they blew a budget when you go to a like those expo ke, Prabot Expo, right? You just see, oh, I like this one, oh, I buy it, habis, no budget.
Right.
So your whole unit, right, becomes very nice sofa with empty surroundings.
Have you been in my house? Because you've described my house pretty so much. Really nice sofa, but nothing else.
So what the makeover guy is trying to provide is that total solution. You just don't need to overthink and stuff like that.
And the great thing is that you have a template.
Correct. So, but this is a very investment point of view because there's no emotional attachment to whatever decision is made. It's purely for the tenant, because who's the ultimate user of the space? It's the tenant, not you.
Correct.
So
yes,
when you decide, when you want to decide on the color of the curtain, it doesn't make sense. Instead, let us do, and what we can, and what we are very proud of is by the time we hand over the keys back to you, our KPI and our goal is to bring along a tenancy agreement.
That's perfect, because for somebody who doesn't have time to look into this, you know, you are like an all-in-one.
Correct.
Right? You're an agent. You're okay. So that's pretty cool. Right, we're gonna go back into this in just a short while because there's a lot more questions. I can see it right now down in the comment section. A lot of questions for Sean. Now, Elin, for the earlier video that we saw, right, it was a Type A, right, in Serene. So what's the rental rate going like for Type A, for example?
So if you bring out your phone, I mean, now there's so much data online, especially because this is already a completed product. If you go to iProperty and Property Guru and you check out the 633 square feet, which is our Type A, the rental rate is going around 1,008 to 2,000 ringgit, right? So obviously it depends on the level of furnishing, right? That's for a fully furnished unit. For non-furnished or bare unit, you're looking at perhaps about 1,005 or even lower, right? So what then that shows is that there is a difference in terms of fully furnished and unfurnished, right? And for Serene right now, with the sales package we have, actually your monthly mortgage repayment is just between 1,008, 1,009. So that pretty much covers if you're able to rent out the unit already, yeah, right? And you're kind of looking at a rental yield or ROI of about 4%. And I think just building on to Sean's point earlier, the beauty about this, it comes fully finished. So you don't even have to think about how am I going to finish the unit, you know, what do I need to do, look the contractors, or like, you know, how I'm going to design, because it's already provided by Sign On Property. We've already got the designer to come and do it. You've got the 55-inch TV in there, you know, you've got all your washer, dryer, hood, hob, everything. Literally, you just have to pack your bags and you can move in if you're buying it for your own self. Or from an investment point of view, you just have to put it up online and you really can get a tenant to come in.
Ready to go, basically, ready to go, right? Okay. Now, early on, I've mentioned that we were taking comments and some questions from the comment section. I actually have wait, let me have a look up. I have a couple of questions actually from the comment section. Okay, this is for Sean. This was asking, how long should I wait before I increase the rental price of my unit? Because my tenants have been renting my unit for 2 years now, is it appropriate for me to ask for more? And how much extra? What is the acceptable percentage increase? Wow, this is a loaded question. Sean?
At the end of your tenancy agreement.
Right.
No lah. So you can only discuss if you sign. So the norm of the market is you sign a 1-year tenancy agreement.
Right.
So in a 1+1. So at the month of the 9th month, you can tell, hey, I want another year, right? So in that +1 year, you cannot increase my rate, right? So at the end, then you gotta see if your unit, fortunately, is the highest rental already. Everyone is renting 2,000. He's getting 2,006 from you because he likes your design. Why you want to increase, right? So that's one perspective to it. The other perspective to it is, do you want to keep the tenant? Like if he's a great paymaster, he pays on time, he maintains the unit for you, then give him a break lah. Right, and the other point of view is if he don't make, is not such an ideal tenant, he gives you a lot of trouble, and then, you know what, our pakcik ngam, we all tak ngam lah, we tak ngam, right? Then
tak kamcing lah. That's what your meaning is lah.
Then I would say, okay, then you can increase. So the market norm for increment is around 5 to 10%.
Okay, so there actually is a market norm. I can't just put another zero behind that. Right?
A quick reference point is to just look into property portals. Like okay, my 1688, right? Rental 2,000. Why the neighbor 2002 one? Wow, then I should we benchmark 2002, then it will be very safe.
Maybe they've got better furniture. I don't know.
Correct. Maybe So if you suddenly tell people 3,000,
Yeah.
not impossible but it needs time for the next tenant to come in. No?
Right. Okay. I see what you mean. And within that time, you could be losing out on
opportunity every month.
opportunities. Right. Okay. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Another question for Elin. What is the current rental rate in Serene and the actual rental price? I think we answered that a little bit earlier on, right? What was it again? Just a quick reminder.
So we're looking at about 1,008 to 2,000 ringgit for the fully furnished.
To 2,000 ringgit fully furnished. Okay, so I hope that answers your question as well. Moving very swiftly on. Okay, this person says, I'm a first-time home buyer, currently still living with parents, all right? If I purchase a home, Sean, do you think it benefits me in any way if I rent it out for the first... So this person is basically saying he's going to continue staying with parents. Would it benefit him in any way if he rented out the first purchase for the first 1 to 2 years and then only move in? Would I make significant profits in such a short time, or is it not worth it to do this at all?
How long is short?
Short time, 1 2 years.
Okay, 1 2 years. 1 2 years basically... you will lose money.
You lose money.
Because if you were to buy a sub-sale property, right, you'll lose all the administration costs. So gone are the days, right, when there's these people called property flippers. There's a different definition between investors and flippers. Flippers is when I buy those days when we need to line up in property launches, beg them to sell us property. So those are the days where I buy. Before completion, I made my profit already.
Right. Okay.
So then those kind of climate, it makes sense. Now it's more of a long-term game, a rental game. So when you buy, like in my channel, like a lot of people are very mixed up between the intention of buying. You want to buy for own stay, it's a very different demographic. It's a very different mindset. And you buy for investment, it's a very different mindset. So now I would suggest to go for investment first, because in this product, right, I'm not selling, but it makes sense where you get the problem of property is that the initial capital, it's very intensive. So like if you buy a sub-sale, easily you want to put in 18%. A 500,000 property, right, you need to cough out 90,000.
Right.
Who walks around with 90,000 in their bank account, right? At my age. You, I don't know.
We're the same age, bro.
Okay, sorry. So with that in mind, right? So if you calculate from cash on cash return, so that's to make it a little bit more complicated. Now the amount of cash outlay if I were to buy a new property from a developer, right? I don't need to cough out a lot, but I immediately get returns once I get my keys. So cash on cash return, it makes a lot of sense.
So what you're trying to say as well is instead of playing the short-term game, so for this person, for example, instead of playing a short-term game of saying, oh, how much am I going to earn within the next 1 2 years, it's more realistic to say, okay, can I cover my mortgage within this period of time, and then play the long game where maybe 10 years down the road, you look at the market right now, has it increased? If it's increased, that's where you gain your profits from.
And the reason of buying should be like now you're trying to leverage on this moment where interest rate is all-time low. Okay, last time when she said the interest rate is going to be like 4%, right? 4%, not as good when your interest rate is 4.3%. You still need to cough out money every month. But now with the new interest rate, right, it's maybe 3.3, 3.5-ish. Now you have a surplus without you doing anything. Meaning it's a bonus, I don't know. People answer, right? So with that drop in interest rate, right, suddenly a property of such starts making money. And usually to have with certainty of data, you need to have sub-sales. But it's very rare you have a property like completed, but it's still there available with all the data backing up. So now you get to calculate do all the math before even taking a step. So I think it's
a huge advantage.
It's very rare. It's very rare. So for this audience, right, I hope that answers. So turn a bit too much. Sorry.
So in other words, do that, but only if you can hold it for the next 5 6 years. Right? Okay. All right. So, sure. Okay. I've got 2 last questions. I think we still have time for that. This one comes from this other person. He says, if I buy a unit in Serene, is it easy to find tenants for Serene, Elin? And who are the demographics who usually rent Serene?
For Serene, right, because the development is very family focused, so actually there's a lot of family kind of staying in the space. And if looking at the tenant mix or the profiles of people who rent Serene, typically we're looking at the young couples that maybe they are from Melawati, right? And then, for example, they just want to move out of the family house, right? So those are the tenant profiles. We've also got the young working professionals that are working in KL City Centre that maybe want a more quiet, relaxing space. So, Serene is a place where they would come. And we've also got the academicians from UIA. So we've got like the lecturers that's also staying in Serene. We've just got one of the customers told us that she bought a Type C. So Type C is about 1,000 square feet. We're looking at 3-bedroom. She furnished up the unit, and within 2 weeks, she already found someone to rent the space. So like just building on to Sean's case earlier, that he mentioned that makeover guys did a unit, and really quickly they found a tenant. So I think the space, the space is really in demand. I think if you have a nicely set up ID unit, which is the beauty of the current package we have, because it's fully ID.
Start selling it.
It's really quite convenient, especially when you don't have to think about. And I don't know how many of you have actually done your own home ID. I've done it myself. It's really no joke, because at first you think, okay, I'm just gonna get 5-6 pieces of furniture and be done with it. It's not that easy. You gotta look at the legs, you gotta look at the material, does it match with the walls, and it comes down to a lot of research time. But just to build upon that question earlier on, what are the kind of tenants for Serene? It just occurred to me that there's so much data available to your fingertips, so you can actually look at job search sites and see around the area, are there huge demands for jobs? And I suppose that could also be a target market, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay, one last question. I think we only have time for one last one. We are overrunning a little bit. Sean, is rental yield the same as ROI?
Yes. Okay. So I think another way, a better question to that is, I think rental yield. Sometimes people misunderstand. Like a lot of questions are from my channel again. The difference between gross and net. Again, gross and net. So a rough estimation is like, your monthly rental times 12 divided by your property price.
Yep.
So if you get 4%, then it's okay. Now, if you get 5%, very good. 6, very good. Okay. But if it's lower, then you don't buy.
Okay.
From an investment point of view. But then a lot of people don't put into account where you need to pay a lot of tax, like the cukai tanah, cukai pintu, maintenance, sinking fund. Then all this kind of thing will then come in, will then dilute your profit.
It works up to quite a bit, right? People don't think about it.
So if you are turning pro in property investment, yes, we do take that into account. We just put a rough estimation of figures. But then if you are just starting out, don't be too precise, because that will blur out. Because if you're looking, like how we look for investment properties is we look for 100, then we filter by one. Who has time for that, right? So that's why in the Makeover Guys team, we always talk about property and internet. Hey, this one can, then we start calculating, this one start calculating. Don't boil down into details, because it will slow you down.
So look at the big numbers, do the math. If it makes sense, then narrow it down further still, right? Instead of nitpicking each and every single detail. Is that what you're saying?
Yep. And then just to add on a little bit, because I'm feeling like it like today, don't know why in the zone. like 6% used to be market norm.
Okay.
But no one asked why. Why 6%? Like if you come to think of it, right, because interest rates used to be 4.8, right? Then now when the government drops the interest rate, then it suddenly becomes 6% is like a luxury. Now last time a property of maybe 4% cannot work, ROI. But now when investment interest rate is 3.3, 3.4, a 4% property then makes a lot of sense.
Right.
So like all these, right, you need to take into account. So when you want to go into investment, right, what we think about is government initiatives.
That's most important, and we're hearing a lot of it in the last month.
Correct. But then a lot of people will say that, drop interest rate. So as a layman, how does it affect me, right? It doesn't make sense for you to put your money in the bank already.
Right.
Like the same amount of 50,000 you put in the FD, that's going to turn out to nothing in the end of the year. So that's why with that kind of behaviors, now investors are taking all their money, put into stock markets and property. the most popular type of investment. If you're into Bitcoin, that one you sendiri jaga lah, right? I don't want to say anything about it. But then these two are the main, and you are seeing that already. Like stock markets, right, behave like the same before and after MCO. So it's pretty lucky that we are in this era. We get to see all this. Last time I used to study only, because
but it's great because what you're trying to say basically, long story short, is that this is a very interesting time to start looking into investments.
Correct.
If you haven't been looking before, so if you've got like spare cash in the bank, and as you mentioned in the last few episodes as well, if cash flow is not an issue for you, then this is quite a good time to look into something like that.
Yes, it's a great time to shop.
Okay. Now, speaking of shopping, I want to save you some cash so that you can go do your homework on property. In fact, we're giving out another 5 Starbucks vouchers right now, 50 ringgit each. Just give us the name of the project and the size of the unit shown in the tour video earlier on. We've mentioned it so many times. It is a type A. Google that. You're going to get the answers really easy. Okay, so I know that we've got a lot more questions down below. We're going to try to answer it offline as well. And if you you know where to find Sean on his YouTube channel, iherng, right?
Wow.
Okay. Go check it out. And of course, here, with Sime Darby, we'll try to answer as many questions as we can down below. That's our last and final giveaway. Now, Elan, sorry, just to re-clarify, when you say, Serini comes fully furnished, what do you mean by fully furnished? Do you mean like everything like spoons and I don't know. What do you mean by fully furnished?
Yeah, so if you see in the video just now, includes like the bed, the table, all the electronical items, even the small decorative items, everything is included in the fully furnished package. Yeah.
Well, that's actually a huge deal, because it takes a lot of time to do that. Okay, so there you go, fully furnished. Serini, go check it out as well if you're interested. Just a quick reminder, contest winners, you can check out your Facebook Messenger. We're going to let you know if you've won something or not with us. And if you're curious about Serini, you're curious about the area, you want to get a feel of Taman Melawati, if you haven't been to this area in a long while, come check it out. Come and visit our KL East Gallery. It's beautiful. One of the prettiest galleries I've been to in a long while. And there's also your installments on us package with 12 months loan installment on Sime Darby property only until the 5th of July, which is coming up really soon. So make sure you check out on how you can maximize on that deal. And of course, government as well, they've given us the home ownership campaign. So now is a pretty good time to have a look at investments if you haven't already done so for yourself. Now, the next SDP Live will be covering Sime Darby Properties Subang Jaya City Centre, SJCC. And it's very exciting because I've just found out, I think news came out just a couple of days back, that Subang Jaya is going to become a city in October. So congratulations to any Subang Giants. It's going to become a city in October. That's going to be exciting to see how that's going to plan out when it comes to property prices and stuff. We're going to have a really interesting chat about, city statuses and how it affects the rental yield and all that. So thank you so much, guys. From all of us here, we hope you have a good weekend and hope you've learned something today. Right? Take care. Bye.